I don't know if you notice or not, but I'm a little more framed on this side of my face with my brow done. This side of my face, you can hardly even notice my brows. I have hairs there, but they're blonde, maybe gray, I'm not saying, but they're hard to see. They're hard to notice. If you color them in and give your brows a little bit of love, it works a little better. So I'm May Ormrod. I'm your BFF when it comes to Mary Kay Beauty products. And I'm just going to do a quick demo of our brow products just to give you an idea of what we have. So the first thing I do is I would brush my brows. We have a spoolie brush. It has a liner on one end and it has the spoolie brush on the other end. So I would brush my brows in place just so they're not all wiggly all over the place. Sometimes you wake up and they're sticking all over the place. Now, where should your brows be? On the corner of your nose or the corner of your eye? That is where they should start. The corner of your nose through your pupil, that is about where they should peak. Corner of your nose through the edge of your eye, that is where they should end. So what I like to do is brush them in place. Now, if your brow hairs are getting really long, because sometimes they do, if you brush them straight up, I learned this from a makeup artist. If you brush them straight up and you have some longer hairs that are way up here, you can take a pair of scissors and kind of just trim them off a bit and then brush them in place. So I use our spoolie brush to brush them in place. I also like to use our precision liner. So this is a roll-up mechanical pencil. It comes in 5 different shades, I believe. Yes, 5 different shades, our liner. You can get it in blonde, dark blonde, brunette, dark brunette, or black brown. So depending on what colors you want. The one that I use is brunette. And so what do I do first? I kind of get a bit of a form shape to my eyes. So I do a line just underneath my brows, just so I can kind of know where, like the shape of where I want my brows to be. So I do a bit of a line underneath. And then I sort of just fill in where my hairs are sparse. And I go in the line of the way that the hairs grow. So the first part of these hairs normally sort of grow up. So I use my pencil and I sort of do little featherly strokes up and then over, and then they go down. So just in the way that the hairs grow is the way that you want to do your brows. Short featherly strokes. I'm just kind of filling in, coloring some of the hairs because a lot of mine are blonde or maybe gray. So I'm kind of just filling them in. So now you can see that brow a whole lot better. But I like to layer my products. So the next thing I'm going to do is our brow tint, which is the product of the month for January with Mary Kay Canada. So our brow tint is the product of the month. It has a spoolie applicator. Now, when you pull it out, there's a lot of product on there. So what I suggest you do, because you don't want big clumps of product on your brows, I suggest you kind of clean off the brush. There's lots of product on there. And then you start at where you have the most hairs. Now, a lot of people, they get sparse here and they get sparse here. So somewheres in the middle, you're going to want to start with this product. I like to more start about where the peak of my brow is and then brush down and then brush up when there's a little bit less on the brush. So just in the way that the hairs grow, again, is the way that you're going to apply this product. Then you can also use the very tip. If there was a spot that you didn't quite get enough or something, you can use the tip just to put an extra little bit in that spot. And again, I will use my spoolie brush just to make sure that the product is all on my brow evenly. I don't want like a big spot of product in one spot. So if you use your spoolie brush and just kind of brush it through, it just kind of evenly disperses the product. There. Now, don't I look much more even? Can't you notice this brow on this side a whole lot better than when I first started? Now, once you get your brows and all your makeup done, you're going to want to set everything with our finishing spray. It's another great product we have at Mary Kay. I do a plus and then an X. I'll get my hairs out of the way, my hair out of the way kind of thing. Plus and an X. And that just keeps everything in place. So our brow tint, It's brow enhancing color that meets fiber infused fullness. Hi Brenda, Wanda, Agnes, got a lot of people watching. Mary Kay Volumizing Brow Tint features long-lasting color with microscopic fibers that cling to hairs. Doesn't cling to your face, just clings to hair, to give your brows, all brows, whether they're thin, sparse, faded, over tweezed, or flat, a visible boost. So that's what we want. And brows frame your face. You just look a whole lot better when your brows are in place. It's life-proof formula with flexible hold that helps keep your brows staying put all day long, especially if you use our finishing spray. It's customizable application, so you can apply as much as you want or as little as you want, and you can pick the shade that best suits you. The brow tint can be worn alone or layered with our brow liner, which is what I like to do. So the brow tint adds volume to your brows. It tames unruly brows. It's flake proof, so it does not flake off and drop into your eyes, or you won't find flakes of it on your face. It's smudge resistant, and if you use our finishing spray, it's even better. It's available in 4 different shades, our brow tint, and our liner has 5 different shades. And then I did the demo of how to apply it. So it's makeup. It's not rocket science. It just gives something a try. It becomes easier each time you try it. If you don't like it, try something different the next time. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's not rocket science. Just play with some color. It's to have some fun. And during COVID, what's everybody seeing, right? They are seeing your eyes and your brows. So you want to take extra special care with your brows. Thanks for watching. I'm your BFF when it comes to Mary Kay products. Hope everyone's having an awesome weekend.